This is Comments with Coach Cook. I'm Jason Jorgensen. This is our weekly chat with Nebraska Volleyball coach John Cook. Coach, Wednesday night, you travel to Northwestern. What was that like midweek?
Well, it's great. It's an interesting trip in that we took a large plane because I think about 50 boosters went. They spent the day at Wrigley Field. They got a tour there. They got pizza. They had some other fun activities and then got to go to the match, but we all flew together on the same plane. So it's nice having a big plane. The other part is, there's more security that you have to go through and so on. So it takes a little bit longer, but it was a fun trip. I think they had a great time.
Do you do that very often, or is that about a once-a-year type of thing?
No, it's about a once. The last time we did it was probably 20 years ago.
So what made this year special?
I have no idea. You'd have to talk to development people, but I think they're just trying to thank boosters and people who have supported Nebraska athletics, and this was a great, perk, whatever you want to call it, to be able to go. So it's not something we arrange. I'm just trying to figure out how to win the next point.
I'm sure. You had to be proud of how the team focused in. It easily could have been a trap game, but it sounded like you played pretty well.
They did a great job. We were dialed and focused and locked in and played like it.
No Lindsay Kross. Boy, she's had a tough fall. You got to feel badly for her with the sprained ankle this week in practice.
Yeah, she's had a couple tough breaks. The car accident and then now this. So feel awful for her, and so I hope some type of good comes out of this. And but she's going to be out for a while. So really tough break because she's probably playing as well as any outside hitter in the country.
You've had to play some matches though without her, and you have great depth. I suppose that is a positive. You've done this before.
Yep, and that's we call our game changers. They've got to be ready to come in, and right now Allie's the one that's going to come in there, and she's played a lot this year, and so we should be able to continue on with what we've been doing and play at a high level, and it doesn't matter who we have in there. Okay,
it's the match now. We can talk about it. People have been looking forward to this one for quite a while as you host Wisconsin. What's your thoughts as you get ready for this battle with the Badgers?
Well, my thoughts are this is match number 10 in the Big Ten. It just happens to have a lot of hype around it because it's, the number 1 and number 2 teams ranked in the AV or, in the coaches poll or whatever. And, it's an opportunity for us to take a step to win the Big Ten. So our fans will be pumped. It's going to be a wild sports day with football and volleyball, but kind of almost back to back. So we got to see what we got.
Tickets, certainly hard to find. People asking several $100s for these. Do anybody ask you for tickets in a match like this? And can you help them out?
I have no tickets. Yes, I do get asked, and it's a good problem to have, I guess, for a team. And we're just thankful that a lot of people are excited about watching Nebraska volleyball, and should be a fun match. But yeah, there's no tickets.
You have been through dozens of big-time matches like this in your career at Nebraska. When you start to look at this or look at the history, what do you think the biggest keys are in a match like this against this type of opponent?
Well, it's, performing what team can play with, a lot of confidence and not get caught up in the moment and just do what we need to do to be successful. And yeah, this will be the best team we played so far this year. And they certainly have set a really high bar, and, we've got to try to go meet it.
Due to some injuries, they've had to shake things up a little bit. They've had one setter in some matches. Other times they've gone with a two-setter system. Have you seen much difference there?
They haven't lost a set in the last 10 matches, so it really doesn't matter what they do. But this is a team that's got, I think, 7 transfers, a lot of best players from other Big Ten teams. So they've recruited internationally. They've recruited the portal. I think they got 1 or 2 players that they actually recruited. So, but they've done a great job, and they've been dominating the Big Ten so far.
How do you prepare your kids to hit against and try to stop a team that goes 6'9", 6'7"?
We put them in those situations in practice. We train to play against those types of physical teams. Stanford has players like that as well. Penn State has some players like that. So yeah, it's something we're always working on.
You do have a number of kids in which this will be their first Nebraska-Wisconsin match. Is that a help? They don't know anything about the history?
Oh, I'm sure they've heard about the history of a lot of the teams we play. So this is just another one of them. But like I said, this is match 10 in the Big Ten of a 20-match season. So that's how we're looking at it, and try to go give our best effort.
And that will do it for Comments with Coach Cook. Again, what a match Saturday night, number 1 versus number 2 at the Devaney Center. That should be some kind of environment. For the Rural Radio Network, I'm Jason Jorgensen.